everyone, and welcome to Sweetpea Seeds Inspirations. My name is Sydney, and today we are going to make this adorable, cute little carrot pocket. Oh my gosh, you guys, I absolutely love this, and I love the idea. This was Easter inspired, so you can make this for Easter or really any time of the year that you would like. But this one for me is going to be for my daughter. I'm going to stuff some candy in there or a gift or two, maybe even some flowers. I don't know. The sky is the limit with here. So this is a fairly simple project to do, as all you need to know how to do is a single crochet and some chains, and then how to sew two pieces together. That is really about it, other than color change. So we will start working as a crochet flat. We will make two of those, and then we'll sew the two pieces together to create a little pocket here. Now let's go ahead and go over some materials that you are going to need. You're going to need two different colors of yarn. Either that is going to be orange and green, or whatever color you would like your carrot. That is completely up to you, but I am going with a traditional carrot as orange and green. Now these are worsted weighted yarn. You're not going to really need that much yardage here because it is a fairly smaller project. But with that yarn, with it being worsted weight, I am using a 5mm hook. Use whatever hook that accommodates to your yarn size. And then also you are going to need a tapestry or a darning needle to weave in your ends, and then of course a pair of scissors. So if you guys are ready, I am, and let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and start with our first color, which is going to be the color of our carrot. Mine is going to be orange today. And we're going to start off with obviously a slip knot that I have already gotten on my hook and a chain 2. We're going to skip this first chain here and go into the second chain, and we're going to do a single crochet cross, which is what we do in amigurumi. So we're going to go ahead and insert our hook into that stitch. Instead of yarning over, we're going to yarn under, draw up a loop to where there is 2 loops on your hook, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through both of those. So that is our single crochet cross. We're going to do that one more time into that same stitch. So yarn under instead of over, so under. We're going to pull, draw up a loop, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that is going to be our very tip of our carrot. Now we're going to go ahead and chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to place 2 single crochets into both of these stitches. So go ahead and place 2 single crochets into that first stitch. And when I say single crochet, I do mean that single crochet cross. So 2 single crochets into this first stitch and 2 single crochets into that second stitch. So we have now just increased, and that is our second row. We're going to go ahead and chain 1 and turn our work. Now instead of increasing for this row, we're going to go ahead and place a single crochet into each of our stitches. And you should have a total of 4 single crochets. We're going to go ahead and chain 1, turn our work. Now we are going to do another increasing row. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab just that front loop. I'm going to go ahead and make a single crochet cross into that front loop. And then I'm going to go into that whole stitch and make another single crochet. So that kind of helps with if you have too big of a hole, it kind of helps close that in a little bit. So once you have that increasing stitch, we're going to go ahead and single crochet until we get to our very last stitch, and then we will increase in that stitch. So again, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to go work into that first loop, make your single crochet across, and then work into that full stitch and make your single crochet across. So now that you have increased on both sides, we're going to go ahead and chain 1, turn our work, and now we are going to place a single crochet into each of our stitches. So on one side we are going to just single crochet across, and then the other side we are going to increase. So this is a 2-row repeat. So I'm going to go ahead and place a single crochet into each of my stitches. So now I have 6 single crochets. Now we're going to go ahead and chain 1 and turn our work. We are now going to increase on this side. So we're going to go into that first loop here. We're going to place our single crochet and then go into that same space, but into that full stitch, grabbing both of those loops, and plus another single crochet. And then we're going to single crochet until we get to that very last stitch. And we're going to do the same thing, go into that front loop only, go ahead and place 1 single crochet, and then go into that full stitch, grabbing both of those loops, and place another single crochet. Go ahead and chain 1, turn your work, and place a single crochet into each of your stitches. You should now have a total of 8 stitches. We're going to go ahead and continue increasing in the same way until we have a total of 18 stitches. Leaving off on the row that you crochet straight across, you should have a total of 18 single crochets. You're going to go ahead and cut your yarn, and you want to leave a pretty decent tail because we are going to be making 2 of these carrots to make a little candy pocket, and you'll sew the ends of just the orange together so that you can actually have a little pocket here. And now we will begin working on this greenery. So you're going to go ahead and switch to your green color, and we are going to do 2 rows of single crochets. So I have my slip knot. I'm just going to go into that stitch and make a single crochet. And then you're just going to place a single crochet into each of your stitches for 2 rows, and then we will start working on the frilly part of your carrot. When you have made it to the end of your second row, now we will start working on our last row, which is going to be the leaves frilly part. And we're going to start off by chaining 6. And go ahead and turn your work. And into that very first row, we are going to place a slip stitch. We're going to chain 6 again. go into the next stitch and slip stitch. And we're just going to continue working that until you have made it to the end. You can add a few more chains if you would like, or you can add less chains if you want some of your leaves to be a little bit longer, or if you want some of them to be a little bit shorter, just to give a little bit more character. That is completely up to you, but we're just going to make how many ever chains that you would like. I just chose 6 because I felt like that was a good number. And then you are going to place a slip stitch into the next stitch. And just go ahead and continue repeating that until you have made it to the end. When you have made it to the end, you should have something that looks similar to this. You will make 2 carrots if you would like to make a pocket for a gift or some Easter candy or whatever you would like to use this for. And the reason why we left a long tail on the one is because we are going to sew both of the carrots together, but just around the orange part. So that is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to go ahead and sew my 2 carrots together. I'll get started on camera and then I will finish off camera and then share with you guys the end result. And when you are fully completed, this is what your carrot will look like. And you could just add some candy in there, maybe a gift or 2, some flowers, whatever you would like in your little carrot. But I just want to say thank you for tuning in today. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give this video a like, share, comment, or subscribe. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always feel free to email me, which will be down in the description box, or you can also ask away in the comments. But again, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.